Hi everyone. I want to spend the next few minutes talking about the double-edged sword of thinking. I had a very interesting discussion yesterday evening with a doctor who is a member at the same gym as I. We got talking about health care, and I expressed my ability to comprehend the treatment that's being recommended for me, as well as doing my own research and understanding what's going on in my life, especially in terms of my physical health. And he said to me, or he cautioned me, to be very careful of not overthinking what's going on and ending up in a dark place in my mind and with my mental health. This has been going on with me now at the time of making this video for 12 years. And I'm able to filter through what applies to me, what is likely to apply to me, and just what is not about what's wrong with me. And I'm able to keep myself from going into a dark place. There are some people, however, that will be better focused on what it is that they need for their care and doing those steps and not thinking about what the next step is and what could happen after that. You'd find yourself in the never-ending loop of what if, or for some people, they may reach the point where there is no resolution for their health care, and instead, it's a focus on managing symptoms and also being able to promote the best quality of life that is possible. And I feel for those people. I genuinely do. If there is no resolution to what's wrong, I get that, the challenge that comes with that. I've kind of been living off and on in that state because of what's been going on with my own treatment and the challenges that have come from it. What I want to share with you, that at least for me is important, is that when you're going through the hard times, you take time to open up and share what's going on in your life with either your significant other, friends, family member, or even going to a social worker or a counselor is also perfectly reasonable. It's important that you're not just an object that's being treated, but instead that you're a person and your entire health is being taken care of. So part of that is having support when you're going through the hard times. And it's not even about going to friends wanting an answer or to be fixed, but sometimes it's just as simple as wanting to have someone else on the same journey as you, and there's peace of mind that someone knows what's going on in your life. There's that assurance in it, and not feeling alone is extremely important. The internet can be also a bit of a double-edged sword. Anyone can write what they want online. If you're researching whatever is wrong with your health, it's important to be able to filter through what is from a reputable source and what is either narrative or reflection on hearsay or just plain made up facts. sort of like an old wives' tale. The reason is that if you're researching your health, you need to make sure that the information you're taking in is applicable and appropriate. Sometimes this is helpful. Doctors are people too, and especially for chronic conditions, the person who is enduring it, there's a real possibility that their knowledge of what's wrong will exceed that of a family doctor, because a family doctor is sort of like air traffic control for healthcare, and then you're off to specialists for a particular problem to be addressed. There's nothing wrong in knowing what's going on with it, but you need to make sure that it's not drawing you down and draining you or draining your hope for life. And if you're going through this and you're really struggling, I encourage you to open up to your family doctor of what's frustrating for you or what struggles you have, so that you do have the support that's needed. I want to finish with one final thought. And it's this. A long time ago, someone said to me that hurt people hurt people. Healed people help people. Or it was something like this. I completely encourage you to have the support that you need in this life. There's a lot of wisdom in choosing who you go to for support. You don't want someone that's going to tell you what you want to hear all the time. It's important that the people you're going to for support will be real with you. There's a time to listen and hold your tongue when someone's sharing their troubles with you. There's also a time and a place for saying things to you that you may not want to hear, but need to hear. What I'm getting at with you is thinking about life and really taking a whole approach to your health and making sure you're not just becoming a patient number, but that you remain a real person as you go through the journey. It's really wonderful that we live in a time when there's things like Facebook and other social networks where you can join groups of people who are going through the same thing. It's a way of being connected, and someone understands just by virtue of what the diagnosis is, without having to explain to friends what's going on, what it feels like, what the challenges of life are like. There's just that instant bond of what's happening. And it's great encouragement sometimes. I want to encourage you to be your own advocate, but don't let it be your demise. Thanks so much for this time that you've had with me today. Bye for now.